What's up, guys? It's your boy David here, doing a little housekeeping before the episode starts. Just wanted to clear some things up. This is going to be a two-parter episode. We had our friend Harold on to discuss the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. And we started by interviewing him just to get to know him a little bit so you guys would know why he's so qualified to discuss such high literature. And the interview just went on for so long and it was so interesting. It just very much felt like two parts. So this episode you're going to listen to right now is just us talking to Harold and getting to know him. And then next week we're going to put out us talking about the Lightning Thief. So all that being said, enjoy the episode. This is honestly one of my favorite ones we've recorded. Okay, goodbye. Harold Rogers. Dude, thank you for coming on Sandwich Tuesday. This has been long awaited.
I've been desperate to come on since the first episode.
Dude.
And you guys refused to have me.
Well,
I forced myself on.
We wanted to get good for you.
We've been priming ourselves.
Oh, and now you guys are good.
And you
You're
dressed
ready.
up for the
We
occasion.
started
I did dress up. I wore my best outfit. What I think is my best outfit, but
And so
nobody likes it.
Is it just so? And you're talking entire outfit here, or is it really just the pants? Yeah.
No, not the boots. The boots aren't. These
Yeah,
are
the boots
like,
really distract.
Yeah, they're like my dad. My dad gave me these boots. He didn't want them, and my
Okay.
dad is no fashionista.
You
Yeah.
don't say.
So I got these boots, and now
You're saying it
I
doesn't
think it
run in the
brings the
family?
outfit. And then actually this hat too. I forgot I was wearing the hat. This hat is also a gift. The sweatpants and the sweatshirt is something I bought myself.
Sure.
You
You're
know.
telling me your girlfriend didn't get that for you?
No, she wasn't with me, and I really can't shop for clothes on my own because I get ridiculous things that I think look cool.
I mean, the khaki fleece sweatpants
Are they? I was gonna ask, like, are those faux or is that like alpaca skin or what's
I
going
had
on?
no clue. I was like, I want these. I saw it and I want it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I knew Gabby wasn't gonna like them. And I when I got them, she was mad at me, and I was gonna show up in my new outfit. Then I was like, if I wear these, she's gonna be so furious at me that I can't wear them. So I had to wait. But
Well, one of my favorite things is truly almost every time we run into each other, I go, "That's awesome." You're like, "My girlfriend hates
yeah,
this."
well,
with a pretty good consistency.
well, I have clothes I wear around her, and
Sure,
then I have
sure,
clothes
sure.
I wear
For the fellas.
for the
For the
fellas,
world.
which is like I'm not seeing her today, so I get to put on my comfy
you.
pants.
Well, that's the thing, because like at the end, women have terrible taste in men's fashion. They
Yeah.
really do. Like, you ever see a guy that's clearly being dressed by his girlfriend?
Yeah.
He looks like the lamest like NPC, just not like he's just such a generic. The current trendy outfit. Like, my brother gets dressed by his girlfriend, and it's so funny because it's so not him, and it's just like a giant like skateboard T-shirt and like it's like camo cargo pants,
And
I'm
it
like,
doesn't fit.
I'm like, who the fuck are you, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but also it's like if you have your own sense of fashion, then follow that. I have no. This is my sense. It's these ridiculous pants, and it's like comfy and like. I have no sense, so I need women to help me,
No,
But I like how you
follow
don't-
your sense.
But you
No,
don't
I can't-
change. You're like, "I'm still gonna do this."
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they're so warm. I just, I can't say enough good stuff
wh-
about this pants.
What were you rocking in Brazil?
In Brazil, I got my best shorts.
Yeah.
They have like they're like plastic. Which it makes it sound ridiculous, but they're not. They don't look that ridiculous. Except now they do because I try to iron them, but they're made of plastic.
You try to iron
Are they
Yeah.
see-through?
So I got this big melted hole on one of the legs.
That's kind of cool.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, but I wore those in like flip flops. You just wear flip flops,
Okay, and
everywhere
then,
in Brazil.
like,
And just
Bahama
like a local team jersey. My Vasco's my team there, so I
Okay.
wore their jersey, and so that my shorts with the hole in them and flip flops just
Every
about
day.
Yeah, I get stuck wearing clothes where I'm
Sure.
like. I won't change my underwear for a week.
Sure.
And I just wear the same things over and over again.
You flip them inside out a few times,
No.
or no, just the
Put
same.
them on. What am I gonna flip
Yeah.
them for?
See,
Would you shower and put on the same underwear?
Yeah. Is that gross?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
well,
Yeah, that's the worst. Dude.
Yeah?
I couldn't do. Oh man.
that to me goes, you're not as gross, because if I tried to do that, it would be everyone would know. Everyone would know immediately. It's like I gotta like I take my underwear, I lift the clothes up
Yeah.
at my hamper and throw them in the middle.
Hiding the evidence.
Yeah, well, I guess it's not that bad. It really doesn't get to sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets to
Oh, those
stages.
summer days. You're not
Yeah.
going a week. You're not going a week on in July, are you?
I mean, is that what you were doing in Brazil with the plastic pants?
Well, I mean, I'm not really wearing underwear with the plastic pants.
And they're not see-through, correct?
No, they're not.
'Cause I'm picturing like a Glade or Glad, whatever.
No,
it's called.
they're Nike, And the problem is the only store I really feel comfortable shopping at is the Nike store. I can't go anywhere alone and buy clothes. So I go to the Nike store and then I buy these like this. This is from the Nike store and it's ridiculous. It's not a place for fashion.
Well, I mean, it doesn't work out here, but I feel like next time you're in Brazil,
Yeah.
you go board shorts and flip-flops because that's a cool look.
The board shorts.
Yeah, you wear them
Well,
like
why don't you dress me?
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
We'll put a poll out on
That's the thing.
sandwich.
I mean, this is the kind of thing I like. Jeans and a hoodie. Like,
And this is not even like this is my laundry day fit. I just
Really?
did laundry. Yeah.
wow. Well, maybe you ought to dress me.
That's honestly
I would enjoy that a lot. What do we do?
I see you've been dressing. I
I've
see
been-
you're,
I've been
you're
trying.
on stage.
I've been-
You're wearing these button downs, right?
I've been trying.
look-
I've been
you look
wow.
great.
First of all, thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Second of
well,
all,
I like all
Well,
your Instagram stories.
dude, I know it. It makes my day.
Whenever I see yours, I like them too.
dude, I appreciate that. I wish you
Or
saw
how many
more.
how many people's stories are you liking? Do you go around doing that?
To my friends, yeah.
but
and
not just the people.
no, some random people too. I feel like people are stingy with their story likes.
Absolutely.
They think it's like a meaningful thing, and I'm just like, I'm glad you're out here, and I give it a like. Like, I don't get this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, no, like, just like your friends' stories. And then I see my friends are watching my story and not liking it, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, what the hell is going on? No,
Yeah.
it's true. I mean, the story to me, I
feel
like
very
all
guilty.
Well, no, you're fine. You
I like my friends' posts.
Yeah.
The story to me doesn't mean I'm like, why? Like, no one even sees what the
But
likes
you're looking
are.
at it,
Yes.
right?
I know, but
That's like your private little message. Like, I like you.
that's just the
Not
okay.
in a sexual way, but
I use
No,
it
I-
in a
okay.
sexual way.
you do.
Yeah.
When
I'm
you're-
either
when
proud
you're
of you
prowling,
or I'm
know?
horned up. Those
Yeah.
are those when you get a little story. I'm either really proud of something you've
Yeah.
accomplished. I'm like, wow, well done.
Well, I just found out like I use emojis wrong, and like I just feel like I'm doing stuff on the internet, and like these emojis. I thought these emojis where it's like I guess it's you're nodding and you're shaking your head no. You know these emojis?
Uh-huh.
I thought they were like you're spinning like in excitement,
Oh yeah, I think that too. Is
but
that
they're
not what it is?
nodding. And they're
Oh.
like saying no, but I use them like together as like I'm spinning, I'm fucking rotating like the planet.
Yeah.
Because I'm so fucking pumped.
Dude.
but I guess that's not what it is.
No one on God's green earth would interpret that.
You didn't think that?
I'm spinning
I thought
around.
you like
'cause
you're
I'm so-
orbiting, like
I'm
you-
spinning around
Because
because
it's
I'm
a
so
circle.
pumped.
Yeah, because you're so fucking excited. I'm like buzzing.
But
Dude.
like, tell me, Max, if he sent you a message that said "hell yeah" with those emojis, you would get
You
what
would
he's
know
going
it.
for.
Well,
You
yeah,
know
the hell
it.
yes, use context.
Yeah.
Well, I just got into emojis. I've been tossing them around.
You just got it. Like
Just got
emojis
it.
are the best.
I've been having a lot.
I can't send a message without emojis.
Really?
Yeah, this is another thing that annoys me is people are stingy with emojis.
I've
too.
been stingy, bro. I send whenever I send a message or I'll toss on
Yeah.
a random flag at the end.
Well, that's
just
good.
The flag of Senegal.
That's another thing. Like you send me a message, like a dry message with like, what do you do? Like send me like a like that goofy face, right?
Yeah.
That goofy face goes on everything for me.
Goofy face is funny. I think I go. I mean, my favorite emoji that's like so underutilized is it's the little the little blonde boy that's like he's like in a solemn squat, like he's like this and like looking down, and it's it is someone sent it to me once, and it was like it was the first time I think I ever laughed at an emoji, like where I was like, "That's a great."
I mean,
use
there
of it."
are a lot of good ones.
There's some people are like pulling off some. I don't know how they're doing it. Like on Instagram, people like send me an emoji where it's like a gaping asshole and like
Really?
yeah. I think
Who's sending you gaping asshole emoji?
I mean, close personal friends.
you like someone's
wow.
story? It's just oh my goodness.
Just Anyway, if we could get serious for a
Yeah,
second.
we got to get
No,
serious. We had homework.
just to give, well, not even about the homework, because I just want the context
Oh, okay.
of who you are,
Yeah.
which is that you're a comedian, because you're kind of like the most eclectic person I think I know.
Yeah,
and
wow,
I don't
nice.
think you know how big of a fan of you I am,
What?
dude. Because I read your I read your Substack.
Yeah.
You're a writer,
Yeah.
a boxing coach,
Mm-hmm.
a comedian.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
That's
a lover.
Oh, listen,
Yeah, lover, a fighter,
Fashion-
yeah,
fashion
fashion
influencer,
icon,
yeah.
sex symbol, all that.
But dude, you're a really good writer. Like
Thank you.
the Substack is like awesome.
Yeah.
And-
Oh my God, that makes me happy.
dude, and you have such interesting things to say about like so many stuff, and you know so much stuff. I was wondering like how did you start? Because I think from
Knowing
reading your
stuff, yeah.
Substack, I think from reading your Substack, it was like kind of post high school where you started seriously reading.
Yeah, that. I mean, I always read when I was a kid. I read like random stuff, but I became a serious reader my last year of high school, and then I really got into it, and I had this idea in my head that I wanted to be a novelist. Even though I never known another novelist growing up. I mean, no one I knew growing up had any kind of real job. They were all like criminals and
Yeah.
this and that. But and
Steubenville.
then yeah, Steubenville. They're Steubenvillians.
Yeah.
But in college, I started really taking it seriously. I want to read this and that, and then I wanted to be a novelist, so I went to grad school for creative writing, and that's when my reading really picked up. Like during the pandemic is when I decided like, oh, I can't. A lot of these books felt intimidating and like untouchable, and they're like these old things that don't matter anymore. And then during the pandemic, I just started like looking at stuff. It started with Paradise Lost, really, in 2020, when I was like, oh my gosh, this shit is actually kind of interesting, and then it really took off from there.
That's and then so like the whole time you started like actually seriously reading in COVID. Was that when you wrote your first novel?
Yeah.
That got published, Tropicalia.
Yeah, Tropicalia.
And was that post 2020, during 2020?
No, that was during 2020. I was because I was in grad school.
Yeah.
For doing an MFA, and I had like 3 chapters of the book, but I mean I was really focused. I was doing stand up before that.
Yeah. Okay.
I came to the city in 2019 to do stand up, and I did it for like those months while I was in grad school.
Yeah.
And then that's stopped because of the pandemic, and then I got really into finishing this novel, and I happened to be back in Steubenville just because I was going home for my birthday, and then it was the pandemic, and then I got a job at some smoke shop in town, so I was selling cigarettes and weed and stuff and working on my novel, and that's all I did. And then I finished the first draft at the end of 2020.
That is such a 2020 version of like Bukowski working at the post office. You're just working at a smoke shop. But okay, and so then you finish it.
Yeah.
And then like what do you do? Like,
well, that's a big problem, right? What do you do?
yeah.
I had and you always think you're done with the novel, and you're really never done. It takes everyone. I tell everyone like it takes way longer than you think, which is kind of a daunting thing to think about because you're like, God, it took me so long to just fucking do this. But then but my teacher helped me get an agent after I was like out in the woods, wilderness, querying these agents, and I had a ridiculous query, and my novel wasn't ready, and I was sending it out to hundreds of people just randomly.
Yeah.
And then I hit up my teacher, and I was like, hey, like, could you help me out? And she hit up like her agent, but he didn't want it. But his old assistant ended up, he's my agent now.
Yeah.
And so I got the agent, and then we went through some edits, right? I finished the first draft, not really, like the third draft really at the end of 2020. And then I sold it in March of 2022.
Yeah.
So it was 2 years after I thought I was done with the book is when I sold it to a publisher. And then I rewrote it again once we got it to a publisher.
Okay.
What
And was
do you
that?
mean? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask. Was that like their request or like?
No, it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I've never looked at an editor's notes. My agent helps me out, but for these 2 books, I never looked at my editor's notes.
No. Not even like copy edits or whatever.
The the copy edits. They wanted
What's a copy edit?
the copy edit is when they get the nerds out to like go line by line and make sure your punctuation's right.
Oh,
My shit was so kooky for this next book that I had to give them like a whole manifesto of instructions, the copy editors, just so they knew what was like my rules.
Yeah, yeah.
are you good with that? Are you a good grammar guy? Are you a good grammar guy?
I mean, I don't know.
Are you a well grammar guy?
I don't know. I don't know what these like grammatical terms. I feel like I have a good sense of it,
That makes
but I
two
really
of us.
feel like I'm not, I'm writing for effect, and so I'll do whatever I want with grammar to get the effect.
Sure.
And punctuation and stuff. Everything is just like for the
It's a
effect
tool.
of literature. It's not. I don't.
You don't play by the rules.
I don't play by the rules.
Harold Rogers, he doesn't play
But
by
I
the
wrote
rules.
my whole first novel is there's nothing. The only punctuation I use is period, like the end marks and commas. That's it. It's really completely spare.
Yeah.
Because
What
I
about
was
a
like,
question? What if someone's
yeah,
like, "Hey,
question
how
mark,
are you
like,
doing?"
yeah, question mark, exclamation point,
You got to throw a period in there.
and a period
Yeah.
too. Those are important
Sure.
ones. But I was like, I want to write the whole novel with the barest tools, and then I can use whatever I want. I mean, you read my Substack now; it gets fucking super kooky with the
It is.
punctuation.
And in fact, on your Substack, you use a lot of time the letter U and
Yeah.
you are instead of. Is that like what is the choice behind that? Just to save time or?
I just think the capital U for you is just so. I just love it.
It's cool. I do like it.
pops.
And yeah, one writer, I was messaging with this one writer, and she was like, oh, finally, I sent her the U, like you, I'm a big fan of you or something. She was like, finally, the formal U that English has been waiting for.
Yeah.
And I like that. It's like, it's different than the Y-O-U. I like how it looks, and I like that it's like pointing at you. I like the U.
It's cool and it stands out. I mean, like, but would you ever be like, I'm just gonna start doing this in my novels now?
In a book, I mean, that doesn't happen in Humpty Dumpty.
The name of your new book.
Yeah, that's my new book.
People
is
are like,
Humpty
"That's-
Dumpty.
it
Yeah.
doesn't happen in that tale."
Oh, I thought it was called Steubenville.
It was, then I changed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Humpty Dumpty is what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was some joke I didn't understand. Okay.
No, it's actually called Humpty Dumpty.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, after the guy, the egg. But the U, I don't know, because a lot of it, the U stuff, it works really well on something like Substack, and I would have to see how it would look in the print. I haven't, I don't know. I would have to see how it looks. But the
Yeah.
punctuation stuff, I think, works in print. Like,
Yeah.
playing with that.
Well,
And plenty of people have done that.
Well, somebody like David Foster Wallace, who's a contentious character to even bring up anytime
Yeah.
you're talking about stuff, but he like that guy, like I think he was like notorious for being like to send to his copy editors anything that's like incorrect is on purpose.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, do you kind of
That's kind of how I feel too. And then, I told everyone that for my first book too. And then in the galleys, there were, the early copies. Which I think actually I'm not sure why my first book was a flop, but this is, I come up with theories all the time.
Yeah.
And one of them that the galleys, like the random words would be separated with a space. So there would just be, and people were like, is this intentional? And I'm like, no, that was actually a mistake. But
Yeah.
everything else that looks wrong is intentional.
Yeah.
So, that was a complete mind fuck.
So that's why you made the key to be like, this is the stuff that is intentional.
Yeah,
and,
and it was just way more complicated than my first novel.
Okay.
The stuff I was doing.
Is this one harder than your first one?
Nah, I think my first. You didn't read my book, did you?
No, I started. I
Yeah,
didn't.
Only
Max did.
Max did.
I mean,
got
he's
it
a
in hard-
hero.
I got in hardback upstairs,
Yeah.
baby. I
You deserve like serious pats on the back for that
Dude,
one. I mean,
I got that.
You-
I put people
I tell
on-
everyone it doesn't matter, but it matters.
No,
you if you read my book, you go so far in my
Harold, I will
estimation.
read every book you put out on goodness. I got a friend that writes a book. You better believe I'm gonna read.
See, I
Tropicali.
yeah, I
Come
like
on
that
now.
attitude.
Come on,
And Max is an essential figure in my Substack because I started it with him.
It's-
You know,
in
So
Edinburgh.
that's when it started.
it started in Edinburgh.
Oh, and it got so popular so fast.
Yeah. I
'Cause
mean,
it's a gosh darn good stuff.
yeah.
Dude,
But-
that means the world. I mean, do you
See,
ever
he was in the first post.
for You hear that? You hear that? Well, what I was
Is
going
he
to
a
say.
character in Humpty Dumpty?
Oh, God. Am I done?
I think you have a cameo. Yeah.
That's
Son
awesome.
of
Yeah, I think you.
I would be. I wouldn't even know it's me, and I'd be stoked. That would go over.
No, I
over.
think you have a named cameo, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, dude! My mom's gonna be stoked. Oh, that's so wow. Do you ever?
My mom's gonna be stoked.
No one's gonna. I'm
Yeah.
in books.
Ma, I'm in a book.
Yeah.
Wait, what I was gonna say though, because again,
I actually think I combined you and Chavez into one guy.
that takes away from it a bit.
Maxwell Culver Chavez, I think is the guy's name. If
Claro,
I'm not
baby.
mistaken.
Oh, Claro. Adios. man. What I was gonna say, because it brings me a lot of joy to be at the beginning of this whole of your career.
Yeah. You've done everything for me.
Do you ever go back and read them? Do you ever go back
those
and
Scotland ones? Yeah, sometimes I look at them.
I mean,
What's funny is they aren't. I mean, I think they're good in terms of like there's some energy there and they're kind of funny, but also it's like I wrote those in one day drunk, all of them.
and
high. And I always tell people
I want you to tell this story on this.
the first day. Did you know what I was gonna say?
Wait,
No, but-
say it.
No, it's so I brought weed to Scotland.
We were in the Fringe Festival
Well,
together.
yeah, we were in the Fringe
Scotland
Festival. We
last
went. That was funny. And the first night, this is another one I'm telling. The first night we were there, we got super high. Like, I mean, the weed was just hitting like hard. We were so fucking high. And me and
because
Max
you flew in with some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and Max are up talking, and I was like, man, imagine what it felt like for the passengers on 9/11. And Max was like, could we literally talk about anything else? I just thought that was so fucking funny. I was like, man, like you really got to get in their heads. Imagine feeling what they were feeling. And he was like, no, no thanks.
Dude, I was like, well, you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me.
It's funny because that kind of is the mental equivalent of smelling salts, which Max refuses to do any type of smelling salts, eat a spicy pepper, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He just doesn't do that.
No.
And that kind of is like
That's like a conversational smelling salt.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did not
But-
care for the salt.
But then we ran out of weed and we had to get some. And it's illegal. Like I've never gotten, it. I was like, I don't even know how to do this.
Yeah.
So I went on Reddit and I posted, there's like a Edinburgh Green Substack.
Yeah.
And I posted on there like looking for green. And so someone hit me up and he was like, he had green is what he said. And this guy then we're like, we're going to meet up at the
Train station.
at the train station, and this guy was like, his profile was selling weed and asking people to shit on him. Was his whole profile literally like he was a shit freak.
Definitely.
And so we had to go wait out in the train station for this guy, and weed's illegal in Edinburgh. I mean, so Max was pretty nervous.
I was very nervous.
He stood from afar, like watching the whole thing, just in case we had to do it.
I was backup. I was a hawk.
to pretend like you weren't a part of their group in case something happened.
And then this poop lover met me in front of the train station in the rain, and we did our deal, green for green.
There you
Green
go.
for green was what I was saying because it was money for the
Yeah, it was
Green
good.
for- oh, that's
green
pretty
for
good.
green.
It's better than green for brown.
Yeah,
because that could have
well,
been
he
what
wanted some green for brown
for
I'll tell
sure.
you that.
He's like that. You could. I mean, what would you have said if he's like, "This is either $30 or you could shit on me"?
I would say I'll give you $30.
Yeah, I guess that's not a huge amount of money.
That's here. It's the money.
No, for sure. I don't know.
Hey, Max, you want to save 30 clams?
Yeah, if Max wanted to do it, that's okay.
He's gonna give us a dub if we
Yeah.
both do it.
Oh, my
I'll
God.
tell you. I mean, I don't like. I'm not interested in like poop play, like sexually.
Yeah. No, me neither. Have you ever peed on somebody?
No, I'm not
No.
really interested. I don't get grossed out, but it doesn't turn me on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then why are we doing this?
Yeah, so it's like you're
really
just peeing on it and then nothing's happening. I just feel neutral about it. So
Yeah,
it's like I
that's-
don't care.
That's an odd indifference.
Yeah,
It's odd to be
completely indifferent to getting pissed and shit on.
Well, then we were smoking. That was my first time smoking weed like illegally. Like
Really?
yeah, because
Sure.
I'm late to the game. That was my first time
California boy.
California, and
Oh, and then we thought it was no good, so we smoked a fucking ton of it, and then
Rocket
it
ship.
suddenly hit us, and we went this fish spot, and we got this fried fish, and Max was looking at it, he was like, I can't eat this anymore. Like, he just thought it was so weird to be eating the fish.
Dude.
Why?
It hit, I could see it. I was feeling kind of the same way, like, oh, this guy was alive, and now he's gonna be in my stomach.
Was it like a whole fish?
It was
No,
like,
just
it
the
was like
fillet.
literally fried fish,
Oh.
like a
Okay.
I had the chips.
You were really
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to a museum. And I put on the the Interstellar soundtrack, and then
Nice. That's awesome.
and we were
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
looking at
nice.
paintings. It was a good time.
The comedy wasn't great, but that was
No,
nice.
the comedy was horrific. Then we went to some pun shows and midnight. And
Yeah,
Was there anyone you saw out there that was like really good?
we went to a magic show.
the magic show was good. The magic show was good. I don't remember the guy's name or anything, but I remember it being.
we dropped
good.
we dropped one of his beer bottles. I
Yeah,
remember
we
that.
did some magic. He gave us a magic beer bottle and we broke it.
Really?
Yeah,
And all the magic escaped out of it?
I think so.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And then it ruined his career.
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't have any more magic, and then
Yeah.
that was
Fuck,
it.
dude.
yeah.
He shouldn't have given it to you. I mean, that's a pretty important thing to just,
I know. I mean, and he trusted us.
Yeah.
Some fucking American doofs.
I mean, did he like react pretty negatively to that?
he actually didn't notice.
Oh.
It was as the show was ending.
It was at the end. He was gonna collect all the magic bottles, and we broke it and fucking
Dips.
got the fuck out of there.
Damn, dude.
That was a lovely time.
Yeah, that was.
It was.
So you guys went to museums. Like, are you an art appreciator? Like, are you a fine art appreciator?
I used to hate visual art.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely hate it. But now I actually really like it.
Yeah.
And it's after I sold my first book, I took a trip to Europe, my first time in Europe with Gabby. And that was like, we started going to museums and stuff. And it was like, I was like, trying to find my way into like, what is this like? Why does anyone even like this? And now I really am into visual art.
Yeah.
And I have and then I went to Spain this year and I saw the Bosch paintings in Madrid. I don't know if you know Bosch, like the Garden of Earthly Delights.
Oh, okay.
And, and that blew my mind. And since then I've been really, really into it.
Yeah.
But I can't paint or nothing. But I like going to the museum and fucking around.
I do. I mean, I also was like not a big visual art person. Because like when you just see the things when you go, I could do that, and even though you're like that's a stupid take, like it does.
Yeah.
It's hard to shake it.
Yeah.
And my roommate Audrey, she's a big visual art person. Like she is really into photography and whatever, and she works for the Whitney. She makes their books or whatever, and like she's like really like whatever. Like a legit art person.
Yeah.
And when I lived with her, we would go to museums together, and she sort of like taught me how to like look at art and be like, it's not about like, first of all, hate the paintings you hate. Like you don't have to like any of this, and like the ones you do, and like also all the things where you go, I could do this or whatever. It's like art is so much more about like the context of when it was made and what it's like either pushing against or like being a part of or whatever. And it's like, and there's like a huge factor of technique and all this other stuff where I'm like, okay, like now, but like for some reason I think all I needed was the permission to be like, this one sucks.
Yeah.
And to not feel like I don't get any of it,
See, that's a lot of the thing that I try to like talk about all the time in my Substack, especially like through books and stuff, that you're more free than you think, like looking at this stuff. Like you don't just gotta like, the most important thing is having a direct experience with the thing. Like if you're interested in a book, like read about it and try not to like, oh, this person said this about this and I'm gonna bring that into my reading. Just see how it makes you feel yourself. Like when you're looking at a painting, try to look at it and figure out what you make of it. And even if you're completely wrong, like that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it's more interesting to be derangedly wrong than to have a take that everyone else has. Oh, that's the thing that this is said, and this is just like some recycled thing. Like, what do you actually make of this thing directly in front of you?
Yeah.
But the cool thing about painting, I think, is that you can see it teaches you how to do an art, because you see these guys, all these painters, they learn how to paint by going to the museum and sketching the people that came before them, like the paintings they were interested in, like copying them.
Is that really how they start with it?
Yeah, that's
I
how
did
they
not know
train.
that.
That's how you learn as a a painter. You copy, and then eventually you're so good at copying that you start having ideas of your own, and you bring your own thing into it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is how anyone learns an art form. You copy until you're good enough to be original.
So who'd you do that with writing?
Plenty of people. You know, when I was writing my first book, I would literally I would just copy whole passages I liked. I took huge chunks of writing, and that was like I was working on a chapter, and I'd be like, oh, this chapter got to have these vibes in it. I copy like pages and pages of Moby Dick and Faulkner and stuff like that. And there's a lot in my first book of other people's writing, like interpolated into it, which I think is something that you probably got to grow out of if you're using it in the way I was using it, which, I mean, I think part of my first book, it's a book about learning how to write a book.
Yeah.
You know, within the book itself. Wait, I'm getting a little too esoteric with it, but
I was gonna say a little too into
into but
If so, what so?
But I mean, this book, I feel like I grew out of that a little bit to where I didn't use anyone else's. Every single word in Humpty Dumpty is mine, except the title, which is.
And so, like, having gotten into fine or whatever to visual art after your first book, like, how do you care, or like, do you have any involvement in what the cover of your book is going to be?
No, I mean, I gave them, like, they sent me a questionnaire, and I sent them back vibes that I wanted for it, but they got a good artist on it, and they said the artist reads the book twice before he does the cover.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
I guess, yeah. I think, I tend to believe stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll believe it.
I'll take your word on that.
And anyway, if that's like his own mythology, then I'm willing to accept that. If he says that, I read every book twice and he's not reading it at all. We'll see. We'll see when the cover comes out.
Yeah.
So the book's done.
The book's done.
There's nothing.
No, I just went through the last phase, which was copy editing.
Okay.
Where they like try to make me take out. I used retard a couple times in there, and they try to make me take it out.
And you stood
no,
strong?
the characters that say it are literally rapists, and like one guy shoots someone and the other one's a rapist, and they say retard, and they're like, okay, yeah, I mean, they're bad guys.
They're bad guys.
You know what? You just sold me. I'm going to read this one.
Yeah. Which, could you bleep out me saying the R word?
In the pod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
But I'm going to put
I was Buddy of the Year 2015.
I don't know what that means.
With the Down syndrome community.
Oh, okay. You're
So
right.
I would hate for them to hear that. I would hate for them to hear
changing
that.
the subject. Anyway, I was Buddy of the Year.
Yeah.
How'd you earn that? I mean,
my mom loved. She worked with those guys a long time.
I met your mom.
You did meet my mom. You
It's a
stayed at my
privilege.
house.
And
yeah.
I slept in your house.
And he slept in my bed.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't sleep in your bed.
Yeah, because I gave you guys the bed and I slept on the floor because I'm just such a good host.
That is a humble host.
I mean, that's just. I was on the floor with
That's
Eric
what happened.
in the
No,
basement.
I see he slept in my bed. Anyway.
Come on now.
This is dueling realities.
Yeah. Which one? Which one did you put in the stack?
And that's the thing. What is reality?
Yeah, what
at
is
the end of the day?
Oh,
Wait,
in
is that what
reality,
the
I was in the
topic
basement.
is?
Harold was in his bed. That's the reality.
Reality
guys
doesn't
are-
exist.
You're
Fine.
being esoteric right now.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
something really happened, but there's if it was just you two and there wasn't Eric, there's no way to ever know what did really happen.
Yeah, and Eric's a fucking liar, so we can't ask him. Eric's a fucking piece of shit.
In your and we'll move on.
Yeah.
Wait, in your first book, you said you don't. When the edits come in, you don't.
I mean, it's just I had to rewrite the whole thing, so it's like the edits are irrelevant because I'm changing everything.
What in the first book, in the or in your literary career, do you have one note like where you go, that's the best note I've ever received?
I had my agent gives me good notes.
Okay.
Because I mean he talks completely straight to me. If something sucks, like he always reads the book once and he gives me a lot of notes. And if he says something, if he thinks something sucks, he'll be like, "This sucks," and then I'll do something about it.
Yeah.
He diagnoses problems pretty well.
When he says it sucks, most of the time you're like, yes, that does suck. You are right about that.
Yeah, most of the time he's right.
Okay.
If he says something sucks, yeah, he hasn't been wrong yet.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, he was actually wrong about the title.
About
After we
Tropicalia?
tried it, no, about Steubenville. Because the publisher didn't want a book named after some bumfuck town in Ohio. You know,
Yeah.
these coastal elites.
Yeah.
And so they were like, let's change it. And we were trying to come up with names. and he wanted to name the book Winners and Losers, which I thought was the most generic bullshit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I hated that title so much, and I can't. Humpty Dumpty hit me like a flash of lightning, and I was like, I know this is the title. I know.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, that sucks,
Yeah.
And then I was like, you're so fucking wrong. You're an idiot.
No, but I think I do think that's a great because especially like a new book coming out in 2026 or 7 or whenever it comes out called Humpty Dumpty, like that does and that also feels like I
think it's sick. And I mean, Humpty Dumpty, what do you think of Humpty Dumpty, like the nursery rhyme? What do you think of the figure of Humpty Dumpty?
Tragic.
He is tragic.
Yeah.
What the story is about masculine failure and irrevocable consequences. Humpty Dumpty is a perennial figure.
Yeah.
Every generation, the Humpties rise to the wall and they fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men can't put them back together again.
Yeah.
You can have all the resources in the world. You fall from that height, you're done.
I was going to ask, what is the story of Humpty Dumpty? It's been a while.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. It's tragic.
That's beautiful. And he's an egg, right?
He is an egg, and we're not sure why he's an egg, but there's a theory, and I like that. I mean, you get me talking about Humpty Dumpty, like
Let's do it. No,
forever.
I just like that we're not sure why he's an egg. It's such a
but
Like an archaeologist.
or just like an astronomer,
Yeah.
like we don't know why this is happening, but it is.
this is so people think that Humpty Dumpty was a riddle, to which the answer is an egg. And my theory is that it was a joke about regicide. The joke is Humpty Dumpty is the king, and the king is as fragile as an egg, is what I think.
What's regicide?
Regicide is killing the king. The king's death.
I want you to know a lot of listeners are going to be grateful for my questions.
I was gonna ask that until I used the context clues of him saying the king later in the sentence.
Well, you earlier said something about when you were putting your book, you said it was a something frightful query or something like
querying. Querying is when you you're sending like
putting feelers
stuff
out
to
there.
agents. Yeah, there's like a thing in writing where it's the query where you write like your little fucking this is what the book is about. This is what books it's like, and then you send them a little sample thing.
So
Published.
So one could say you're putting out feelers.
You're putting out feelers. It is what it's
querying.
the feel. You're querying.
So when you're querying, are you you're in the process of querying?
You're queeing.
You're querying.
Yeah. You're querying to queen.
Okay.
You're queeing.
Okay.
Yeah, you're queing.
You're
pre-queing.
You're pre-queing. Quee. Because I've been thinking about putting out a book myself.
Yeah, about what?
The Adventures of Max Fine in Time and Space. It's going to be an autobiography.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to call it Dumpty Humpty.
Dumpty. I mean, I'm completely on board.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm going to need some notes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm going to need some notes.
Write something out, and then I'll connect you with my agent.
For sure. Okay, done.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah,
That's easy. I guess
it's that easy. Publishing a book is that easy.
My mom's going to be so
It's all about who
stoked.
you know.
My son's a novel. Wait, so what's
Mom's gonna be so stoked,
dude? What's the preferred term? Author, novelist, writer of books?
I like novelist.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know, because that's what that's the form I like to work in. Novels is the thing. I mean, these days mostly I write the Substack, but I like being a novelist.
Yeah, no, it sounds more like.
Usually when people ask me what I do, I say boxing coach.
Yeah.
And if it's like me and Gabby are at a party or something, she's like, why don't you tell them you write books? And I'm like, well, I prefer to be a salt of the earth kind of fellow.
Exactly, because that's the thing, because like it's way cooler to say I'm a boxing coach and secretly be a novelist than to be like,
it's
I'm
all
a
ego.
novelist.
I pretend I'm like being humble about it, but it's completely an ego thing.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
like,
exactly.
I want people to think I have this whole secret, I'm like an iceberg. Like you just see the little tip.
Dude, I'm exactly
And they're the
same
Titanic just rocking into your world.
Yeah, exactly.
way. I'm exactly the same way. Like when you're being humble the whole time, you're like jacking yourself off. Like, look at how I'm not bragging right now.
You're like,
So-
you tell people like I work at Trader Joe's, but really you're a genius comedian.
I mean, this is the
So is not being humble actually truly the most humble thing?
Well, that's what Eric Walsh would say, but he's a bad person.
Right. Right. So as a good person, what would you say?
As a good person, I think that's really complicated. I think
Let's
There's a
dive
thing
into
where,
it on
like-
this hike. Let's dive into it
Yeah,
on this
I mean,
hike.
this is
I
nice.
think you got to be kind of stupid to be truly humble. Because like
yeah, there are humble things you can do with like if someone gives you a compliment. A not humble thing is be like, no, like
Yeah.
that's because you just want more and more. Like saying thank you is an appropriate response. Someone says you did something well, thank you. That's
Yeah.
appropriate. No, I'm not good. Like, come, I hate doing that. That voice is not.
I mean,
a
you were
voice.
buddy of the
I was-
year.
which has nothing to do with the voice I just did. Just for the
Has
record,
nothing
Cut
to
the
do
voice. Could we bleep the voice?
Harold Rogers,
sure.
buddy of the
Please.
year, 2016.
I used to do this awful character on stage, Hal, which still comes out sometimes.
Hal?
Hal.
Yeah.
And
Only when you're really bombing or really crushing.
Yeah, and he's let's just say he's a buddy.
For sure. Well,
Of
okay,
the
so
type
you
I
guys are
would've-
both buddies in this situation.
Yeah, we're buddies.
So has a Down syndrome guy ever won Buddy of the Year? Or do only?
Well, I guess yeah, you're right. No, it's just for the.
They're not. Yeah.
I'm not gonna call them regulars.
They're at
'cause
a
It's like a
not.
tight end trying to win MVP.
Yeah.
Conventionals.
Okay, is there any way to bleep a whole chunk?
We can,
Well, you know,
it'll be 5 minutes just. Like we don't cut it. We bleep.
I got a complaint at an open mic once.
For really?
Yeah, this guy. I mean, I might as well say Mario. You know Mario the Barrio.
For sure. I know.
His first mic ever. He fucking complained to me to the host.
Really?
Yeah, because I was doing this riff on.
The Barrio.
No, I was doing this riff on. God, that's gonna sound really bad if I say it now, I guess. But I was talking about that Down syndrome Victoria's Secret model,
Yeah.
and just like, really, it was a bit about the ethics of consent, is what it was, and I'll
Yeah.
leave it at that. And he was really offended by what I did,
It's weird because he's such a beacon of good.
but now he likes me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You won over the Barrio?
Yeah, I won him over with because that's not really the kind of stuff I do.
Right.
I'm not an edgy consent exploring comedian.
No, you like to play it safe. That's
Right,
kind
I play.
I mean-
I like to play.
I mean, in Scotland, I brought you up one time. I spent a whole week in Europe either bringing up or following Harold Rogers in these weird English. And I brought you. I followed you. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I followed you in a room. I mean, half the size of this living room. Like it was tiny. There was like two people there, and everyone else that was there was on the show. And Harold just sat down.
I was inside my hoodie.
You were inside your hoodie and just sat down in the middle of the room and like rocked back and forth.
Yeah, that's
And-
when I was good.
It was You were in
that
peak
was your
form.
set, or that was
Yeah,
you?
that was my set. I was talking about my dead gecko and Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah.
That's when I was a
So
good
is that
comedian.
like? Do you feel like you, like, in the way that your stand up has evolved from then to now? Is it like? Do you think it's learning how to talk about those sort of like more esoteric subjects, or is it like, or is the subject matter changed?
I think a lot of it was I had this for a long time. I mean, in Scotland was a big stretch of it. I had this combative relationship with the audience where I was like, I'm going to do weird stuff, and if you don't understand me, like, fuck you, and then it becomes like a battle. But that was making me really upset a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And that whole period of times when I wasn't cutting my hair, shaving, so I looked quite mad
Yeah.
too. And then I was like, and then I would just feel so horrible afterwards. And then I kind of realized that stand-up has to be a communication with the audience. You can you can push more antagonistically when you're writing a novel, I think, and let people come more to you. But if you're doing stand-up, like, it's got to be a positive
Yeah.
relationship with the audience, or else it's not a nice thing, and people end up feeling bad. And I was coming from some shows where I was making the crowd feel bad, and I felt bad. And
Yeah.
I was like, "What is this? I can't be doing this." And then people thought I was a maniac too, which
Yeah.
doesn't help you get booked.
Well, because that's, I mean, I think to like speak on that is that I feel like a lot of novels, or not a lot of novels, with a novel, there's no one reaction you're going for.
Yeah,
And even if there is a reaction you're going for, that doesn't even need to be achieved. People can react to the same chapter in several different ways and it still be a success
for sure.
or whatever. But with stand up, it's such a weird thing because in almost like no other art form, everyone is supposed to react
Yeah.
sort of the same way,
Yeah.
which is it's this one reaction that you're going after.
Yeah, well, that's what makes stand-up amazing and limiting in some ways.
Yeah.
But it is, the immediacy of it is amazing, and and the fact that there has to be a consensus. You're going for a consensus.
Yeah.
Which
is sort of kind of it's weird because you are going for a consensus. You're trying to make it broad enough where a general audience will find you funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like in any other art, it's like the broader it is, usually it's
the worse it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like the challenge of being actually interesting while still having widespread appeal.
Yeah.
It's a challenging thing.
Totally.
That's why a lot of people sink into, they just become hacks.
Yeah.
But
When it comes to your first novel, a book I've read,
he has read it.
do you think, because it's been a while, do you think, this is how I like describing it to people,
Yeah.
or the way why I think it's so interesting. It's about people that are dealt a really bad or hard hand in life,
Yeah.
and then don't play it well.
Yeah, that you said that to me one time, and I thought that was that's a great way to describe it.
And I thought that was so interesting, because that is like
Yeah.
how, because you naturally feel bad for these characters that get a rough lot.
Yeah.
Like, and then you go, they're really making it worse.
Yeah, but they're trying.
They're trying.
And that's what
yes.
I mean, that's a lot of the people I knew in
Sure.
my life are people who dealt bad hands who don't play it very well. And it's
Yes.
just, that's something that's really interesting to me. And it's,
How do you feel about those people?
I mean, I'm sympathetic to the fact
Sure.
that there's only so much you can do
Right.
with the facts of your life, but I also believe in freedom and the choices you make matter.
Sure.
And I do think that you can overcome the awful facts of your life. And I think there's a way to live a good life and that your choices add up to that.
Sure.
I mean,
there's definitely some characters in Tropicalia where, again, bad circumstances.
yeah. And the whole point of that, I think a lot of the point of Tropicalia is everyone is so bound up with their past and the things that have happened to them in their life and in the generations behind them. And the book is about escaping the cycles of the past. And
Right.
at the end, I think Lucia does it in some way. I think she does escape. A big part of writing the book helped me let go of a lot that was
You
weighing
can see
on
some
me.
parallels.
And,
to maybe
yeah,
some
I
aspects
mean, if I see so many people in my life that they can't make peace with the past, and it just ruins them. They can't accept that bad things happen to them, and now you have to move on. You can't just you have to accept it.
and you don't have to forgive and forget, but you do have to move on.
You do have to. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's true.
That's a thing he says all the time in real life.
And it felt like a perfect opportunity to get it on the record.
It's a true thing, though. You can't because you're not going to get points for wallowing in despair.
No,
a lot of people think. I mean, I used to think that certainly that I was going to get like, oh, you're so sad, like. You think you're going to get something out of that.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to.
And the book got you.
Yeah.
The book helped
the book
with
was
that.
important and
It is
helping me become an adult.
growing up with.
Yeah.
Does Humpty Dumpty? Does it also combine like your like American and Brazilian roots, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I can never let go of Brazil. Yeah, I can never let go of Brazil.
It's in you. And those Nike shorts.
Yeah.
Do you think you like or dislike more characters in your book?
I like all of them.
You like all of them?
Yeah, in some ways. I mean, that's I think a moral failing of mine is that I'm intrigued by bad people, and I like bad people.
Yeah.
And everyone, I just am very attracted to moral ambiguity, and that's something I'm interested in. I hate this good and bad delineation, and I think you have to. Ethics is about looking at someone completely. It's like a lot of the time. I wrote about this when I went to my grandma's funeral. I don't know if you read that on Substack, but a lot of this stuff, especially when someone dies, it's about this person was a saint and this and that, and it's like people think you can't love someone if you don't see them, if you see them clearly.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what I'm trying to write about is how do you see people clearly and still, find love somewhere?
I think that's the only way you can love someone.
It's
is
seeing
when
them
you
clearly.
See,
I agree. I completely agree with that. And I just can't with people who try to maintain this facade that they're like pristine in some way. And it's just like, maybe you are, but I just doubt it.
Yeah.
The people that are scared to reveal themselves, and especially, a regular person is whatever, but if you're an artist and you're scared to reveal what you're actually like, then it's just not interesting.
Yeah. One more question,
Sure.
and then we'll get into
No,
it.
please.
Because I genuinely wanted to know this because I read on your Substack that you say you didn't read any books this year that you didn't like, or last year.
Yeah.
And are you saying, like, if you realize you're not going to like it, you put it down, or you've just everything you read you liked?
I didn't even pick up a book that, I just know my taste so well, I think that. But also, I'm trying to think. Sometimes I'll read, I listened to all the Emily Henry books last year just to see what was going on. And I enjoyed that. I think that they're delusional in some ways. You know Emily Henry?
No.
Like people we meet on vacation and stuff like that?
No.
Which is a big Netflix movie now, but she's a popular romance writer.
Okay.
And I will read the super popular stuff just to see what's going on. Most of the time I like it fine, but it's just not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike it. I like most stuff.
What do you
Okay.
dislike? Like, is there a famous novel that you dislike? Or
There's that I dislike. I used to tell people I hated The Great Gatsby, but I don't know if that's true. I used to hate a lot of stuff. I was a
Scott
hater.
Fitzgerald, right? Yeah, I'm trying to name drop here.
That's awesome.
You got it.
Thank you. Yeah,
But
buddy of the year.
There was a book that I hated that I wish I could remember the name of, where it's like this. I think the premise behind the book, where it was like you read about it online, where it's like, whatever, and it was like, I think about a depressed person or something, and apparently they don't know who the author is, and it was like, oh god, I wish I could remember.
Was it Anonymous? It was
Anonymous.
The Diary of Oxygen Thief.
Yes. Oh my god.
Wow.
That's no. I had a feeling you were gonna pull that.
Yeah.
That I started to
You
read
didn't
that.
like it?
I like.
Yeah.
I didn't like it so much to the point that I destroyed it. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want anyone else to. I ripped it up and I burned it. That's how much I didn't like it.
Dude, you have uncovered a deep buried memory. Did you ever read The Four Agreements?
No.
Do you know that one?
No, what is that?
It's like a lifestyle, I can't remember, but it's like how these 4 things about how you should live your life or what. And I had to read that in 7th grade, and my friend,
It's like a self-help book?
it was. People now are like, this is a great book, and it really rubbed me the wrong way. And we had to. It was called IG, Intellectual Graffiti. It was annotating. And we had to take 2, that was what it was called. We had to take 2 IGs per page. And my friend, shout out to Narain Darakananda and Daniel Shapiro.
Wow.
Good
Diverse friends.
Your early friend. Why do you think I'm so well rounded? And we hated that book so much, and hated the ingredients, the agreements.
What were the
when
agreements?
it finished, we had a bonfire and we ripped it and
Really?
burned it all. Yeah. What I can look up. I'll look up right now. What are the 4 agreements, and I'll let you know.
But stuff like The Four Agreements or The Diary of an Oxygen Thief, if I read it, it would just be out of interest for the popularity or what. I can contextualize it well, so I'm not coming to this thinking it's gonna be some great life-changing work of literature or something. I just know what it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like that helps me. My expectations are adjusted, and I can find ways to like it.
Yeah.
Like with reading Percy Jackson.
Okay. Let's
Wait,
let's
I
get
have to
into
say
this.
these
Yeah, you got to
agreements.
say the
Be
ingredients.
impeccable with your word. Don't take
Okay.
anything personally.
Okay.
Don't make assumptions. always do your best. As I'm reading those,
Wow,
those are good.
Those are good rules.
Those
I mean,
are
a
good
little
pillars.
basic.
Those are good agreements. I'll give you. I guess I wasn't
And
ready
you
to hear
keep
that.
all of those.
Yeah,
feel
I
like.
try. I guess
Maybe
the book
the
really
4
hit.
agreements really fucking influence your life
and
in a
all
way
that
you can't
IG,
even
all
understand.
all that intellectual graffiti,
Intellectual graffiti.
Boom. Okay, that was part 1 of the Harold Rogers episode 49. I had to end it sort of awkwardly because we were just about to start talking about Percy Jackson. Guys, tune in next week. Read Spark Notes if you want to enjoy the next episode. It's The Lightning Thief. It's the first book in the Percy Jackson series or whatever, and we're just going to be discussing that next week. Look out for Harold's book, Humpty Dumpty, coming out sometime soon. Listen to his podcast. It's called One Story Pod. And read his Substack. It's called The Annals of Harold, I think. Okay, bye.